Okay, good. Alrighty, class. Oh my goodness. Anyway, all right, so get your calculator and make sure that you clear it. This is the review for quiz 7. So in your calculator, you go ahead, clear it. So doc B, because a lot of people had some weird stuff in their calculator. Okay, so when it says evaluate, that means I want a numerical answer. I want my answer to be just a single number, okay? And usually that is not going to be a decimal. We don't want decimals, okay? If it said approximate would mean give me a decimal. Evaluate. So now, if we paid attention the other day, when I have a power like this, the bottom number is my root and the top numbers? Very good. So it's going to be the cube root of 216, and it'd be to the first power, right? Do I have to put the first power? No, I don't have to. So in your handy dandy calculator, let's show, because I want you guys to see how to do both parts. So you can write it as an exponent, or you can just write it as a regular root. So pay close attention. Right here, you hit Control and caret up. So Control and then the caret right below down. So it's still red on my screen. And if you notice what popped up, it's a radical and there's a little numerical box right there.
So you just put it in.
Okay, so no. Okay, hit escape because you have something else there beforehand. Because it means that you're trying to get the previous one. Just hit Control, then that caret up. All right, so now it's supposed to be the third root, so I'm going to put a 3 there. And I arrow over to get inside, so it's going to be 216. And hit Enter. There we go. My answer is 6. All right. Now for this one right here, again, 16 to the 3/4. Now the 4 is my root and the 3 is my. Okay, so I'm going to do this again. So it's going to be the 4th root of 16 and all this raised to the 3rd power. Now, I'm going to show you right now. There we go. It's the 4th root of 16 raised to the 3rd power. So I put the parentheses around it for a good reason. Your calculator likes it like that. Yes. Okay, where'd you put your 3 over the 16? That'll give you the same thing. So, yes. If you don't do it with the parentheses, it's questionable because of if you have more than one operation. So watch this. I'm going to start here. 4th root, 16. Now, you said you did to the what? 3rd right here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is okay because this is what arrow over. There you go. Okay, that's okay there. There we go. That's the same as, I'm going to do it again, 4th root of 216. Now arrow out and then raise to the 3rd. So if you notice, it actually gave it already. So it did the parentheses for me if I have it on the outside. That's why I said the calculator likes the parentheses. So it puts it there, so it shows it's all this being raised to that power, which is... Oh, it should be 16.
Yeah.
I was about to say, I was like, what?
What? Okay, so, all right, hey, watch me do this again, watch. Okay, I screwed up, didn't I? Now, pay close attention how I fix it. So this is what a lot of people, so calculator's super smart. Arrow up, now it's highlighted, right? So once it's highlighted, just hit enter, and it'll copy it down. And we're changing this to be 16. There we go, hit enter, there's my 8 again.
Would you like to the power
This one, when it says evaluate, it just means numbers. What's up?
I put the 3 in the inside.
And you got the same thing, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
the
I showed that
number-
one a moment ago.
The number on the top is always
So you
gonna
can do it
be
with or without the parentheses?
Power. That one's always a power. What's up?
You can do it with or without the parentheses?
Yes, with or without. Depends on where you're putting the exponent. You could put it right directly on the 16, right there, or you could do like I did it and just put it outside and raise the whole thing to the power. Okay?
Okay,
Yes.
so for example, number 2 is 16 to the power of 3 over 4. Do you want us to put it into the fourth root to show that it's 8? Or, because if you
It's not actually 8, it's 2. The fourth root of 16 is 2, and then you would raise that to the third power. So you could actually do it in 2 separate motions.
No, that's not what I meant.
Okay.
So I meant, never mind, forget it. What I'm saying is, do you want me to keep the root there, like show my work of doing the root in order to give you the number 8? So if I were to put it into the calculator 16 to the power of 3 over 4, it would give you 5.277.
Yeah, Pacho's like.
Okay, you said doing 16 to the what?
16 to the root of 3 over 4.
Okay, let's try that.
3 over 5, 3 over
16.
Oh,
There you go.
there you go.
Now,
Never mind.
Caret. So there's my exponent, and what is my exponent? 3 over 4, right? 3 divided by 4. So that's all I was actually going to do on these next ones to show it just as exponents. Go ahead. So look, I get the same thing. Angel.
Okay, I see what I did wrong. Never mind.
Okay. All right, so you can just do it as an exponent also. So if we just plug this into the calculator as is,
I meant 13. I mean 32 over 3 over 5.
oh,
If
okay.
you were to put that into the calculator, you get 8.4. So would you?
No, you don't. Nope. You should get 8. So you said 32
Yeah, never mind.
raised to the, you said 3 over 5, right?
Moving on. I messed up again. I put it 5 instead of a 2.
Okay.
It's 6, 8, 9, 8.
Okay, so
Got 'em.
now, all right, I'm hoping you guys feel pretty good about this. So now on this one, what do we get on the third one here? 9. Everyone feel good there? Any questions? Next one's going to be?
8.
Ooh, there we go. All right, these next ones here you can't really do in the calculator. So it's just make sure that you know how to do this. Okay, so I'm getting attention from everyone. No one's asleep, even though that you sit in the front row. Okay, we don't have anyone sleeping, right? Important, radical form. That means I need to show my roots. Okay, this is radical. Okay, an exponent form would be like this. This would be an exponent, but the radical is like this. So, what is my root? 4. So it's the fourth root of
14 to the power of 3.
to the third power. There we go. And leave it in the radical. That's all it's asking for. Leave it as a radical, not a decimal.
So you don't-
If it's said approximate, that's when you put it in the calculator and give me a decimal. But these ones, radical form, that's what you want.
How does that decimal?
How would you what?
Get a decimal.
Okay, so if you were to do it, so fourth root, so let's just do 14 to the, what's that, 3 over 4? Yeah. So 14 raised to
7.32.
3 over 4,
7.2.
okay?
Oh.
Because it's not a perfect square, a perfect cube, or perfect fourth, or any of that.
You do it like you do the first one, you would do it like that.
Yeah, you can't do it like that. So evaluate means you're going to have some real answer with no decimals or anything. Decimals mean approximate. Right, Rafa?
Yes, she's explaining.
Okay. All right, next one. What does that negative exponent mean?
1 over.
1 over. So I'm going to write that as 1 over. What is my root?
3.
So it's the third root of 17
Power 2.
squared, right?
Squared.
So if negative, it's always gonna be 1 over.
Negative power is 1 over. So negative power is always 1 over. So the only thing that you're going to see that's different is if you have a negative on the bottom, it would go up. It would actually go, if there was a negative here, it would go up to here. So it's a double opposite. So it's opposite of opposite. So instead of going 1 over, it would go over 1.
Oh,
Okay. All right. What about this one? That negative means what? 1 over. 1 over. What is my root? 2. So it's a square root. 13 raised to the. There we go. All right. Now, all these right here. Okay. Find the value. So we have to. Yes.
What about the 2?
It's implied. Okay. So what is this thing called? Square root, right? And if I were to square something, what power am I taking it to? Here, let me try this again. Here. If I see your phone out in front of you, I'm going to have a new phone. Thank you very much. Some people. All right, there we go. Okay, so now, again, this is a square root. It's a square root, so it's the opposite of x squared. So it is implied that there is a 2 there. You never will see this. You'll never see a 2 up front. Just weird. All right, so yeah, you're not going to see it, just square root. Now, these ones right here, are they all the same base? Yes, same base. That's important. They're the same base. So, what do I do with my exponents here? Add. Okay, I'm worried people are like falling asleep, not even paying attention anymore. Okay, I need to add. So watch this, how I do this algebraically. Because you need this to be able to solve the other ones. So algebraically, if they're the same base, I add exponents. So it should be 2 plus x equals 7. So yes is the easy one, and you could just tell me the answer, but you need to know the steps to get there. What would I do? Minus 2, right? Minus 2 to both sides, so you get x equals. So, does that work? So, is 2 plus 5, 7? Yeah. That's what we need there. So, this next one, algebraically, I need to look at my steps first. What is this doing? Multiply. Power to power, you multiply. So, if I multiply those two, I get 3y equals 6. Remember, the bases are the same. Base is the same. I'm adding the exponents here. What would I do to get y by itself? Divide by 3, so y equals? Okay, for this third one. Okay. Hey, look, the powers are all 4, right? Are the bases the same? Bases are not the same, are they? No, so this is going to be one that we do by regrouping. So if I regroup it like this, 4 to the 4th, so that means I have 4 fours. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Times 6 to the 4th. So 6 times 6 times 6 times 6, right? So I have 4 groups there, 4 groups there. So I'm going to regroup them into equal parts. So that's going to turn into 4 times 6, 4 times 6, 4 times 6, 4 times 6. How many of these do I have?
4.
So it's going to be 4 times 6 to the 4th. Oh, yep, it's going to be 24 raised to the 4th. So the number I'm missing here, I'm going to say z equals 24. Z equals, yeah, because look where the z is right here. Z is my base right here. So that's what I had. So I'm not looking for the 4, okay? Yeah, I'm looking for where the z is this time. Okay, so let's keep going. Because I know no one pulled their phone back out, right? Because I didn't get distracted for a moment. All right, so let's take a look at this next one. These next ones right here, you can do it using a calculator. You can, okay, but let's go through and actually practice our rules, and then we could actually do the calculator part. So, 81, what is my root?
Square.
So it's the square root of 81 raised to the third. So square root of 81 raised to the third. Yes. Go ahead. So square root of 81 raised to the third. Okay. Is that one of my answers already?
Yeah, it's me.
Okay, so I'm going to circle that one. All right, so which one is it not going to be? It's not going to be B, right? Because what's different about this one? Cube root, right? Cube root, right? And what about this one down here? Cube root also, so I'm getting rid of those. Now, it's going to be one of these here. So, let's start off with not doing the power. Let's do the root to see what we get. So, square root of 81 is 9. So, this is going to be 9 to the third, right?
It's too much. It's 29.
So, that means it's got to be this, and it's not that. So, could you have put in every single answer? Yeah. You put this one in, see what you get, which would be, what's 9 to the third? 281?
9.
It's 700.
729? Okay. So equals 7 to 9. This one will also equal 7 to 9. This one will also equal 7 to 9. Right there. So that's how you could also do it. Okay? Does that make sense? Okay, like, share, and subscribe. Make sure we get like 100 views so you can practice the crap out of this as soon as he gets back. Yes, that's it. There's one more question on this, and I'm telling you, if you did your homework, there's like 3 of them on the homework that you should have already done. So there's one more question on there. I'm not going to tell you what it is because I want you guys to actually do your homework.
Was it 3.5?
What was what? 3.5?
Yesterday?
Yes, yesterday was 3.5. All right, so you're after that guy. All right, you guys, like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification button, and go ahead, visit the store, buy the merchandise.